Hi, I'm Dr. Ahadian. I wanted to discuss a situation related to fear of intimacy and establishing a relationship and settling down, or any other way that we want to call it, as far as uh, um, getting involved and uh, beginning to have a relationship with someone and get committed to that relationship. There are problems related to relating and making a commitment, which basically are exhibited in the relationship of the human being with their first significant other. Basically could be a mother or father at this point. However, we have to keep in mind the genetic precondition and vulnerability and susceptibility of a person as far as innate ability to connect. Now, it becomes complicated because this is the discussion that I wanted to have this time, because we've discussed fear of intimacy and relationships and connections and commitment. However, there's a connection due to my opinion between a genetic precondition that every human being is built up of, which affects the relationship of the human beings with each other. Now, if we have a genetic precondition related to problems related to making decisions and making connections, certain kind of depressive symptomatology, certain problems with character disorder that I believe gets transmitted in a genetic manner, we can imagine that it's not only the issue that if somebody's father or mother has not been paying attention to the child, the child has developed problems related to relatedness, problems related to commitment, problem related to falling in love, because the parents of that child could have the genetic precondition problems related to having a problem with connection, making connections, making a relationship work, and then basically with issues related to depressive disorders, with issues related to bipolar genetic preconditions, with issues related to schizophrenic genetic preconditions. The parents come together, the conflicts get fired up, the problems begin, and the child who's growing up in this system suffers. Therefore, basically, the problem of fear of intimacy and the unconscious ways that we sabotage our relationships and we try to keep ourselves away from committing to a relationship and getting involved basically does not have only roots related to how our parents had problems, because our parents' problems are basically has genetic roots. In a other way, our parents have the same disorders genetically that we have. So then basically they come together based on the dominant or recessive genes, which means the genes that could get through and exhibit their problems, or the genes that are being shut up due to being weak and not being able to express themselves due to, according to this kind of a problem, the expression of the disorders in the children and in us would be showing itself. So the same way as thyroid disorders, the same way as diabetes, the same way as blood pressure, people with background history of heart attack, background history of kidney disorder, background history of cancer, background history of several organic problems, exhibit itself as a genetic route, which is express itself in a family, the same way problems with regard to relationships, relatedness, fear of intimacy, fear of commitment has genetic roots, which goes back to our parents, our ancestors, our tribe, as we have evolved throughout the years. Again, this is not a breakthrough scientific report that has to be basically treated as as something that we can measure, or definitely this is my opinion, basically based on my more than 20 years of being a psychiatrist and treating patients, and having knowledge towards the medical field at present time. Thank you very much.